Welcome to the final episode of Film Reels, where I'm going to be interviewing local actor Tim Towne of Chic fame. So come on in, sit down, grab a box of tissues, because it's going to be a cheery one, especially with how beautiful Tim Towne is.
You, Gwen. Oh, hey, nice of you to warn me, jerk.
If I had, you would have burned all the satin and tissue paper in the steak.
Yeah, for good reason. Look at what she's done to my home.
Margot, listen to me. Let her have this one.
What?
Let her run this rehearsal.
It's the floral sachets, isn't it? I told you those things were dangerous.
She's your partner, and she's trying to take ownership of her half of this film. If you don't give her some power now, it's just going to create problems later.
Absolutely not. This rehearsal is too important. How am I supposed to earn their respect with Princess Sunshine out there spreading glitter and rainbows all over the place?
Think of it as lulling them into a false sense of security. Make them comfortable. They let their guard down. Maybe you can see the cracks more clearly.
It's an interesting point. Fine, but if she pulls out fairy wings, the game is over.
Just try to be sweet.
So that was an awesome little clip from Chic, which has Tim Towne in it. How's it going, Tim Towne?
It's going fantastic.
Awesome!
I'm back.
So it's going to be a night on the town with Tim Towne today. So
I like that.
Let's get this interview started. So Tim, we met at a party in the summer of 2010.
Yes, and one of us remembers that.
That would be me.
Right.
Yeah, that was the day I met a slew of people. I met you. We talked briefly because I saw you in the Bod Squad trailer, which is what they were showing
Okay,
that
right.
day.
What did I say? I didn't mean it.
I think I just came up to you and I was just like, "Oh, so you're an actor?" And you were like, "Yep."
Yeah. Okay.
That's for all I know. That's all the conversation.
Well, the first
went.
thing that happens at these parties is they give you a light beer and say, "Drink this." No, I'm just kidding. That was
with a roofie in it, of course. Get you loose for the rest of the night.
Maybe. I wish. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but I remember the party. I just don't remember talking to you, unfortunately. I talked to a lot of people. I think it was very warm and humid. And our Chic director, Mr. Chris Snapp, was wearing a suit and tie, as he always is. It was very warm, and it was a lot of great people.
Yeah.
And we were having a good time.
I remember who all was there.
Very noisy and trying to hear ourselves, but that's the best party to be at sometimes.
Yeah, well, the three things that we watched was the first episode of the Bod Squad. Rob Matsushita showed...
He was there.
Yeah, he showed a Chapel trailer for, I think he was starting season 2 then, maybe.
Okay.
And then we had Nick Jackson showed a trailer for The Zombie Hero. Those are the three clips that we watched.
Everybody brought something.
They encouraged people to bring
a trailer to pass.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it was.
So that was the night I met you, I met Nick Jackson, I met Rob Matsushita, Amy and Sarah. I also met Brian Dell, who showed up there, and he knew no one there that day.
I don't remember that either. Must not have had his beard or something. I don't know.
Brian. Twice now I've looked into the camera and said his name.
Brian. Brian's our DP.
Yeah, he is. He's a pretty awesome guy. But yeah, that was kind of the kickoff of me meeting a good slew of people that night. And then you guys were in the middle of working on the Bod Squad. You still were filming it.
Yeah, we filmed that from about June to September, if memory serves, of 2010, and that was a blast.
I don't think that word means what you think.
Shut up.
I got to stuff you in a trunk.
Yeah, you put tape over me.
Yeah, put tape over your mouth.
And stuff me in a trunk. And
very gingerly.
Yeah, well, the thing about that was it was a Buick Park Avenue, which is like this big Buick with a big trunk, and I'm 6'4", and my hands are tied, so I can't catch my fall. So we had to do that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And we had to do it kind of slow, and they edited it very well. And I tried to sort of, get in there as quick as I could. It was funny.
You were very willingly going into the trunk. Is basically what it turned out being.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have a choice. You guys were manhandling me. basically the scene was he played a mobster, a goon mobster, and they were throwing me in the trunk because I was a wiseacre.
That's right.
I played a 26-year-old wise guy, grad student, as I recall, and that was a lot of fun because I was not 26 anymore, sadly.
You fit
It
the
was
part.
fun. Yeah, it was fun.
All right, and then later on, you were in Disconnected.
Disconnected. Yeah, that was the following February with Sarah Hesh of Spinning Gyra.
That one.
One of those. Her and Amy Thorstensen are that. And we did Disconnected right over here in a house, maybe a mile away, just adjacent to here. This really nice little house with Alyssa Kolinsky, who we know. And that was the first time I worked with Alyssa.
Yeah.
And we filmed that, and that was like a week, I think, of filming, if memory serves, a week or two.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did that every day, and it was fun. It was in the wintertime, and you were in that.
I was.
You played a policeman.
I played a policeman.
And you did it
in
very
that.
well. You actually had dialogue. Which,
Yes. We both, I think the second time I ever met with you was at that recording studio. It was like the
At
party,
MMI,
and
yeah.
then it was again, and then
Yeah, at
well,
MMI.
then stuffing in the trunk in between. So after that, you worked again with those guys with the Worm and the Poodle,
Worm and the Poodle, that was in April, yes.
and you had two very brief scenes.
Had a couple of scenes, yeah. I played the protective big brother of a girl who had OD'd. I was very mad at her boyfriend, I believe it was, because I blamed him for her death. And I had a scene outside the Ryan Funeral Home where I got very mad at him and threatened to do something bad to him. And then I later apologized in Amy's garage where we shot that, which is like literally a block down the street here. Good old Willie Street.
All the
This place
connections.
is awesome. There's not a place on Willie Street that is not awesome, so it seems.
So then again, you worked with these guys later that summer with.
These are the only people that will hire
Yeah,
me.
yeah, you know.
That's it.
So
You take what you can, you know.
So you did a Fairly Normal Love Story with them for the 48-hour
That was
festival.
that was the 2011 48-hour film festival. Yeah, we drew the dreaded romance genre, which for many people is a dreaded genre. So you hear. They don't really want to get that one because you figure people are either going to show their hatred for it and do something really mean towards the genre, or they're going to do something really schmaltzy. They came up with a very clever idea.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, we got best use of genre.
Nice.
Runner-up audience's favorite. We were just going over this.
yeah.
And we got, what was it, best use of characters and
Runner-up.
audience's favorite.
Yeah.
We got one other one, too. We got 4 of them.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We didn't expect
Story,
it. But
character, genre, and runner-up for fan favorite.
okay.
Yeah.
You'll edit this.
Yeah, whatever. So, tell us a bit about the auditioning process.
The auditioning process. It varies around here because Madison is it's very professional, but it's also Madison. It's come as you are. It's a casual town, you know. So it's not too formal like it is in the bigger markets, but it's very professional, and yet you can kind of be yourself, I would say.
Yeah.
Err on the side of professionalism. Don't go in there and be a goof. you
Yeah.
know. But it really varies. You know, usually you go into a room. I had an audition this last week for a director who's making a film here. Really nice guy, and he just loves actors. You know, a lot of directors around here just really like actors.
Yeah.
And that's nice because they're kind of on your side when. You imagine a director auditioning tons of actors over a period of days. He's got to be drained. And I was one of the last ones to come in, and he just couldn't have been nicer. He was just energetic and very enthusiastic. So
Nice.
I was in there for about a half an hour, and that was nice. Some of them take more time with you than you would think. Like I had one recently. We were just sitting there for like an hour, did a couple monologues, read a couple scenes and just talked about what we were doing, feeling each other out. It's like an hour and 10-minute interview up at Brocash, I think it is.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, so there's things like that occasionally. Sometimes they just get you in and out because they're very, you know, they're seeing a ton of people that day.
Yeah, yeah.
So it varies. But it's good. I haven't had any bad experiences auditioning around here at all.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear lots of stories, but around here it's a great community, I say.
So let's see. So after doing the 48-hour, you did the Smart Ones?
We did that actually right around the same time. That was in 2011. That was at the Wisconsin Film Festival this year. You and I attended that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We sat next to Mark Metcalf.
Mark Metcalf,
Yeah.
of Animal House fame. Can we drop his name? I guess we just did.
We just did.
Corey
Yeller always says, my friend Lloyd Kaufman, director of Toxic Avenger, always told me never name drop.
Exactly. Sorry about that. But yeah, we did that, and that was my first experience at the Wisconsin Film Festival of having a packed house laugh at my performance, and that is a natural high, unlike any other. And we actually
laugh in a positive way.
Yeah. It happened with the Bod Squad too when you screened that for Madison Underground over here at the Broom Street, which is right across the street.
Yeah.
And it was a smaller crowd, but it was still a trip. I mean, everybody in the Bod Squad got laughs. Every character got big laughs.
That's
in
good
that.
stuff.
It was just a funny series. But yeah, the Smart Ones was great. I was in it for about 3 minutes, and I play this professor who doesn't really know what he's doing, hence the opportunity for comedy. And the Smart Ones is basically about these college kids who rob homes to pay for their tuition. It's a commentary on the modern day plight and cost of higher education. And so they rob houses to pay for tuition, and my character represents the side of the education that's lower quality and some of the frustrations that go along with that. So that was a fun character to play, let me tell you. It was out of Milwaukee. It was filmed at the UW-Milwaukee campus, and it was Travis Turok and Kyle Probst of Obscured Lens Productions, and they couldn't have been nicer. They were awesome.
So, and then shortly after that, you did Frames?
Frames, we did that at the same time, yeah.
Cool.
That was at the 2012 Wisconsin Film Festival. See, I gotta say the Wisconsin Film Festival, because if you're in the Wisconsin Film Festival, it's just an awesome experience.
Yeah.
So,
Good
if
high.
you've never been to it, you should go, because they just pick the best, independent films.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. You've worked it, volunteered at it enthusiastically. This is Mr. Local Independent Film right here, by the way, Justin Schober. He loves local independent
This is
film.
news to me.
By the way, he's a film producer too. Did you know that? He was one of the producers for Worm and the Poodle.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. Let me know if I'm talking too
No. That's fine. So you like to do a lot of extra work, or you want to do a lot of extra work.
I did, yeah. I was in LA for a short period of time, and that was a confusing time. But I did the best I could, learned a lot about the auditioning process, which we just talked about out there. It's not necessarily a lot different in terms of how you audition, what the process is. It's a little more structured sometimes, because they're probably because most of them are union, and there isn't a lot of time to. Time is money.
Yeah.
So that's the only noticeable difference.
Crank it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I did some extra work out there on TV shows: 2.5 Men, How I Met Your Mother, CSI Miami, Desperate Housewives. A lot of fun. You learn how they do it on set in the big markets.
Yeah.
So you'll see Oscar-nominated actors and being very professional, but still flubbing their lines sometimes. I won't mention her name. She's one of my favorite actresses, but flubbing a line is kind of a relative thing to them.
Yeah.
She was great.
Yeah.
They were great. But I'll do extra work around here for people if they need me, if they ask, and if I'm available. Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am, but I am not above doing that.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
So then, let's see. Fast forward to the next summer. You worked with Wil Loper for the 48-hour film
Oh,
festival?
yeah. Last time I was going to mention Will, and I forgot. And I have not heard the end of it since. But yeah, we did Down the Hatch, which was the genre was suspense, and I was going to play an Amish serial killer, and that kind of got changed to serial killer because we couldn't find the beard. So I'm wearing Mr. Chris Snapp's suspenders and a black and white ensemble, and Will gets himself shot in every film that he's in. Every one of his films, for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with him. He seems like a pretty confident guy, good-natured, and so I shot him. And I also broke Chris Snapp's neck, and then I killed the actress in it too. So it was quite a day.
Yeah, it's a long day.
I was exhausted. I think I threw my back out the next day.
So then, let's see. In the fall, you did Quantum of Vengeance.
Quantum of Vengeance. Last fall, yes. gosh, we're all the way up to that.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about it.
Still talking about it.
Still talking about Quantum of Vengeance. We're doing a premiere for that June 23rd. I would have remembered. Thanks, Ben. It's Mr. Weideman, our esteemed director. Is it time to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Might as well. Yeah, June 23rd at the High Noon, we're going to premiere our 26-minute film, Quantum of Vengeance. There might be some other entertainment there as well. I don't know at this point.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that should be a good time. The High Noon Saloon is a great place to screen a film. Or
So you get tortured in Quantum of Vengeance.
yeah, I'm in it for like 2 or 3 blinks, so you know we can move on now.
So then let's see. You were in the process of doing Chic. So tell us about Chic.
Chic started in January. We started rehearsals for it last fall, which is a really smart thing to do because Sarah and Chris come from theater backgrounds,
Yeah.
so they are big on rehearsing, and which is another reason why they're so well organized. I still marvel when I'm on one of their sets at how organized they are and
Yeah.
how much pre-planning they do. Almost every other set goes way behind. That's the way the film process works. And in talking to Sarah and Chris, you find out that they've got a strong theater background, like a lot of us do in terms of acting, but they studied it in college, basically, and they've done a lot of it since, going back 5, 10 years, however long it is. And so they get that organizational ethic from theater. They plan things out. We had 12-hour shoot days on Chic. The set was literally falling down in some cases, but we got it together. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
You don't even notice it. And I think the most difficult day might have gone over by an hour that I was on there. Might have. If memory serves, and everything else would frequently come in under time.
Yeah,
I know that's hard to believe, but it happens. And that's the way it's always been. Bod Squad, Disconnected, fairly normal. Worm and the Poodle, Chic.
Yeah.
We're going to do the Madison 48-hour coming up with them again.
Nice.
With Alyssa
Looking forward to it.
Kolinsky, who was here earlier.
Yeah.
She's still around?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Somewhere.
Okay.
So we so yeah, man. Thanks for coming in again. This was
You're
awesome.
welcome.
This is my final episode of Film
Final
Reels,
episode.
So, I started with you, and now we're ending with you.
I'm honored. Good friend of the show. I look forward to seeing you doing this kind of thing further because I think you were born to do it. And I've enjoyed the hell out of it. And I just swore.
Softly kind of you for swearing. And kind words, Mr. Towne.
Thank you. It's been fun. It's been a blast.
Awesome.
We can do another one after this, right?
Totally.
Just another episode. We'll
Yeah.
do like the 2-part season finale. Come on, I'm getting fired up.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This is fun. What else was I going to say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace out, man. It's been the most exciting episode of Film Reels ever. So, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you sometime down the road.
Yeah, no
Aye.
poop jokes.
We're
No
good.
poop jokes.
What?
No.
Roses
What?
are red, violets are blue. Life is good at WYOU.
Oh, that was.
Did you get that?
There you go. That's a WYU promo right
Yes,
there.
we are.